Trying to get a meal off 2 crumbs. A couple ideas to get me out the slums. Couple chums down for the same run. Take over the game, flip 2 when we need some. Thank God.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you, baby.
It's good to see you, dog.
How you doing, man?
Man, everything. Another Sunday. Blessed to be here, man.
Blessed. I know we took a week off, man. I was in Tampa, but, it's family time.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Family first. Yes, sir.
Well, we here, man. We got a special guest today, so
Indeed.
We're excited for that. They on the way up. They'll be here shortly.
Indeed.
Let's jump into it, man.
Let's do it.
I know we reference a lot of different conversations throughout the week.
For sure.
Something that's pretty pertinent that's happening right now. We're going to touch on it now. We're going to touch on it later.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So I know we mentioned, the LSU player, man. So when we think about community, for me, that's been like a really huge word for me within the past year or so, just in the sense of needing different type of reinforcement within my life to make sure I'm on the right path and I'm receiving that reinforcement when I am doing certain things good. Because I'm noticing, man, it's a lot of different times where I'm working alone.
Okay.
And it creates this whole ideology of it's my thoughts and my thoughts only, but it doesn't translate into something greater.
Gotcha.
So then when I reach out, to a couple homies, even when we have conversations, then it starts to branch out into something that's a little bit more powerful, and it's not just me and my thoughts, because sometimes your thoughts can be damaging.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, I agree.
So it's different points, whether that's business, relationships, dealing with family, friends, and community is a really huge part of
Indeed.
A lot of things that we're trying to do.
Right, for sure.
And it was a tragic event that happened over this past week with the LSU player. What was his name? Lacey, man. Yeah.
LSU.
Promising career, but a couple choices that was made, and as we reference oftentimes, community can help. Sometimes you got to phone a friend.
Right.
Especially in those moments where, it's a pertinent decision that needs to be made right away. So I know you want to touch a little bit more on this because you got a little bit more insight.
Man, it's crazy event, bro. To be quite honest, I was vulnerable about it.
Yeah.
Definitely shed some tears just because I just felt like I knew him without, actually knowing him, just seeing him play throughout the years, and knowing that he had an opportunity to get drafted. And this incident was just going to play a major part. So pretty much from what I read, it was a head-on collision with a veteran who unfortunately passed away, and the grand jury hearing, which is a part of the legal process, was supposed to start this week. You know, so by him being a young cat, definitely thinking about the draft, thinking about how it was going to impact his family. We still don't know all the details, but it was reported that he unalived himself. That's a new word that I've heard.
Yeah, that's a new word. Yeah.
So far as the method in which he unalived himself is still pending, as far as details. But nevertheless, we lost, somebody in the athletic family. LSU lost a team. LSU lost, somebody that was big in their program.
Yeah.
And I believe beyond that is you got to factor in, there's a community aspect of it, and then the mental health aspect of it too. So to your point, and I've even spoke about it, tying myself into it. When you're an athlete, a lot of your relationships are tied to the sport you play.
To the sport, yeah.
To the sport you play. But as you get older, everybody's not going to grow with you. Mm-hmm. And those guys that you once knew, those are total strangers now for various reasons. Whether it's parenting, education-wise, business-wise, employment-wise, everybody doesn't have the same journey. And to your point, sometimes you can get lost in your own thoughts. And I know for myself, a lot of my work is independent, far as on the work side, working in criminal justice, and then on the business side, a lot of it was me steering it by myself. So you have to find other outlets, and it's not necessarily going to be your parent or somebody that used to be your mentor. Those people played a role in your life during those particular stages, but as you start to mature, you got to recreate your community. So that's why, for me, going into the church, and to be quite honest, I'll dive deeper, man. Like, having that lust just play such a meaningful role in my life, and just being weak to flesh and not understanding where it steered from. But going to church these last couple of months, praying, going to Bible study, whether it's virtually or I haven't been able to go in person, but combination of those things, I've been able to curb that desire. And I know that's going to be beneficial to me as a father, as a man, as a brother, etc. So going back to the young man without being too long-winded, I just think that, there was a disconnect between the community, the conversations with his parents. You follow what I'm saying? Conversations with maybe his former coaches. He definitely should have went and spoke to a therapist because there was so much unknown. Like before we started the recording, the last point I'll make is you don't know what could have took place with those legal proceedings. It could have, you could have been found, there's probably details we didn't know about, but let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you get drafted to whatever NFL team, and that sign bonus could have been a civil payment to the family.
Yeah.
It's not going to bring back their family member, but it's a way to try to start the healing process,
Yeah.
So things like that could have played a major part, but community is essential to your growth and your well-being on this earth.
That's 100, man. So I have a thing that I don't want to say I took it from work, but I came up with the phrase from work. So it's called circle of influence.
Okay.
So I go to certain people for certain things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes
So
sense.
if I have somebody who is great financially, I'm not calling my homie who still do the parlays.
You're right?
I'm calling my friend who has the best financial decision, right?
For sure.
Somebody who's successful in a relationship. I'm calling somebody who's married.
Gotcha.
Right? What type of sacrifices that they're making to make sure they're keeping their better half, happy, stable, etc. So circle of influence is very important, man, because I think the more we transition in life, as you mentioned, the people we used to hang with, they don't transition to different phases of whatever their life is.
Right.
So the conversations don't be the same.
I agree.
Right? So I have one specific homie, you met him, the dude we was at Hooters with.
Right.
Yeah. I talk to Fool like every day, right? And we have differing opinions on a lot of different things, but that helps create the dialogue so it's healthy.
For sure.
I don't really want nobody who I agree with on everything.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want a yes man. No,
yeah, because it doesn't help me and my perspective continuously change.
Indeed.
And, be shifted in a way that's more healthier for me.
Gotcha.
So,
Understood.
yeah, man. And,
Good insight. Good insight.
yeah, and I think about too. I'm sorry, I know you was about to make a point, man, but like losing a teammate, throughout my, 20 years of football, I lost 2 teammates. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like person here, then they not there, right? And a lot of times, I don't know, who his best friends were and stuff like that, but that can play now a role on their mental health.
Indeed.
I saw a post about whoever made, I don't know if that was his teammate, his big brother, somebody like that. But they made a post about they lost a friend who was already a part of their circle and now lost you. He said something. He said, my whole heart gone now. Because that half a heart was left with him.
Wow. That's deep.
Emotional.
That's deep.
But yeah, man.
That's deep. Man, very profound words, man. But I'll tag just to piggyback on what you mentioned as far as circle of influence. I think that's something that I wouldn't even say a logical mind, but just like a deep thinker, comprehensive mind comes to that conclusion. Like I can't go to this one of my boys about something that he's not a subject matter expert in.
Exactly. Whether
it's finances, whether it's relationships, whether it's fitness, etc. You'll learn throughout, and I think is something that is actually a blessing because a lot of men aren't able to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they got one homeboy who they've been talking to for 15 years and he giving them all the bad advice. You know what I mean? But it's my dog. And sometimes it take time and I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but I held on to the athletic commonality of relationships and not realizing that, man, you're long removed from sports. Not saying you have to not be this person's friend no more, but you can't confide in this person for everything because he has no experience or he's giving you a jaded view strictly off his experience, which if somebody was to come to me and ask advice, whether it's business, far as career related or from a relationship standpoint, I'll be able to give them my perspective and then give them a healthier perspective, knowing my experiences are naturally going to make me jaded. Now, is this best for you to give an advice form? You follow what I'm saying? Like I can give you both. I just think that's the better way of going about it. Strictly just saying this is my experience and this is going to be yours as well. Nah, that's not necessarily. Every case is different. Everybody's life is different.
Yeah, no, it's powerful. I actually had a song back in the day called Love, like Love for the Game.
Okay.
But it was like the transition with me going from football to now whatever life was. Gotcha. At that point in time, unemployed. I am at the parlay every day. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Me and my dog just trying to make 20 turn into 600.
Gotcha. Oh, for sure.
But like as I wrote this song, bro, like it made me think that everybody wasn't in the game for the same reason. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like some people was in it for the money's sake. Some people was in it for team camaraderie. Some people was on it just to be there. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to kick jokes and you know, whatever the hell they want to do every day. So like all this that we talking about, man, is powerful, and it all circles back to community.
Indeed,
So,
indeed.
that's powerful, man.
They think we only hood. Yeah. I want my jersey in the sky before it's time to fly. Give me roses now. Take my
you wanna do
posters
the
high.
intro,
Been
dude?
ballin' since my youth.
Shit,
I got
damn, I
it.
ain't,
Yeah, you got to switch it up.
Hey, I've been rocking with Deleon for a minute. We rocking right now. We rolling. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Man, shout out to my dog, DeeBlock. We've been rocking since what? Shit, I think 9th grade, 10th grade. Listen, man. Listen, boy. Hey, and legends have it. This one was pound for pound, best running backs in the nation, goddammit. Hey, for real, man. But we're going to dive into some of his story. But I just want to introduce you guys with dog, fitness guru, solid dude, first strip club experience. I'm going to keep it raw with y'all. With dog right here. DeeBlock, baby. Happy to have you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Good to motherfucking be here. First and foremost, this is my guy, one of the best quarterbacks to ever play at Miami Northwest.
Yes, indeed.
You don't get the recognition you should.
Appreciate
I
it.
tell him
But
that,
you
bro.
really one of them guys.
One of them ones.
Thank you.
Deleon, this is my guy, man. You know, since 9th grade, shit. I think I ain't know. I don't remember. I think I tried to copy off your goddamn paper. I mean, not copy off. I was trying to copy off his paper. Real talk.
Yeah.
No, copy paper. No, he all smart. He wasn't no fat nigga, but he's smart. So like, he got that small shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Hey,
Love,
what's
bro.
up, yo? Get a nigga them damn ass. I'm tripping. You feel me? You ain't here really doing this shit. Bullshit. Get the asses, man.
Oh, man. Classic, man. Love a lot of memories, bro.
You know, we always was on that field, but you know that's how we got acquainted. Was in class.
Yeah.
I remember the class.
Yeah, it is.
Math,
It is.
it's a math class, I think.
For sure. We had Archie, too, now. Don't forget Archie.
Archie, Archie too. But Archie was just Archie. You know what I'm saying? Math class. That's what I got. Well, I know for a fact. That's when I locked in with your ass. So that's when I locked
True
in.
indeed. True indeed.
Yeah.
But we're going to dive into it. So you want to...
Yeah, let's do it, man. So, D, we want to get into, like, you know, a little bit of your history. You know, you playing at Gwen Chair, you know, choosing the positions that you chose. A little bit, you know, deep dive into your health, coaching, and then your motivation behind Jazzy Fitness, man. So,
Indeed.
let's start there, man. You played at Gwen Chair, right?
Yeah, I played at Chair.
Gwen Chair.
Man, that's where I started. All started from, but it started. No, let me start. It started at Liberty City.
Liberty City.
All right, let me see.
Liberty City.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, I started at Liberty City. I played 2 years with Daryl Green. That was the first person that ever believed in me.
Yeah.
Great.
Daryl Green. I'll never forget that guy.
Okay.
Really believe me. His son Andre Green. That was Andre Green too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we still acquainted, still close. I still run into his brother a lot.
Yeah.
What age was you at the time? What group? What pound? Was it pound or age back then?
It was 65.
65 pounds.
So I was like
Okay.
6'7".
And I would never
Okay.
forget it though. The crazy part about it though, the first thing about it, when I first started football, Bruce Early, one of them.
I remember Bruce was
one
a
of them
dog.
guys. He was one of them
guys.
guys. Brandon Harris, another one of them
Yeah.
dogs. Antonio Rags, another one of them dogs.
For sure.
They was already there.
Mm.
Gotcha.
So I came a little late. So they was on the A team or B team.
They did have A and B.
Yeah, it was so many of
But
them down. Yeah.
listen though, this was more crazy with A, B, C, and D.
Wow.
My first year ever playing football, dog, I never forget it. They sent me to the D team.
That sound like my story the
The
first
D-
day at the West.
I was at the
Gotcha.
D team. I was on the D team, coach. I never forget it. I was doing. I wasn't really around. I was just playing football that year. So
Yeah.
I think I was playing D line, tight end, or some shit, something.
Gotcha.
So the following year, that's when Daryl Green like looked at me, you know, like I'm moving around kind of fast. Gave me the ball. Did some nice little thing. You know what I mean? Make me sit back.
Oh, for sure.
Sit back. Then we had a scrimmage. I never forget it. That was the second year. I was on the B team. I was on the B team the next year.
Okay.
Next year, the B team. I tried for the A team, but they had Bruce. Again, Bruce was
that guy.
Bruce was
that
that
guy.
guy. He was that guy.
He was.
What the name? Brandon Harris, Antonio. They had a loaded team. They had Jay. They had some guys say
I
y'all.
remember Jay.
There's a bunch of people like you feel me. They had on that team that I respect like what they were doing.
Gotcha.
They were real ballers. So
For sure.
they had me on the B team.
Gotcha.
But on that B team, that's why I made my name, made everything about who the hell I was.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I made myself known from on that B team.
Yeah.
Like, I think I won every time I took the ball, I did let's go and on that B team.
Wow.
Everybody we played.
So what led to you going to Cherry?
Related to Cherry, Coach Greenham left.
Oh, okay.
Coach Greenham went there, so that was when the Cherry first opened up.
Gotcha.
First, that was the second year of the Cherry becoming Queen Cherry.
Who was the founder of Green Cherry? Who started the party? Do you know?
I gotta look back into it.
We'll make sure we post that in the vlog.
I gotta look back into it though. I gotta look back into it. That's all I got to look back into.
So you played. So you started at the city and then you went to the Cherry pretty much throughout the record.
I went through the Cherry.
Gotcha.
When I went to the Cherry, I had not made myself known at the city from that B team.
Yeah.
When I went to the Cherry, that's when I came around some more dogs. Like
Gotcha.
Antonio Brown.
Mm.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Anthony Gator.
Yeah.
Timothy Torrance.
Gotcha.
Ray Mack.
Yeah.
It's some names.
The real Ray Mack.
Can't forget. Sam, the singer.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, ball.
he was like that.
Wow.
I
never knew that.
He was one of the guys too.
He is historian.
Yeah.
Bro.
He was like that. Like that team had some people you would look on it like, damn, he's like that. Derek.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy, Token. All of us was on that team.
Okay,
You'll be surprised at the people you'll see. Like it was a bunch of people that was on that team. Like
Wow.
and anyone else can say, number 5, Deep. Yeah, his ground. He was that boy. Like I told you, AB, he was that guy. He was one of the boys, but give D that ball.
Oh yeah. Well,
That was the thing. You feel me? I ain't got no cap. You feel me? Like that was they believed into me into that system over there.
Yeah.
Made my name throughout the year. Came over 90s year. That's when my dog Dickie came. That's why me and Dickie.
Shout out to Dickie, man.
Shout out to Dickie, man.
One of the funniest dudes ever.
Me and Dickie been like connected through what name, but when we got on that football field, like that was a special duel. I'll never forget. Like he gonna dance on you, then I'm coming through. I'm coming through. That was because me and Dickie had one special duel. Like people won't say it, but a lot of like people who know Glen Cherry, they might say we were probably one of the special special backs that like
1-2 punch.
group like 1-2 punch you
For sure.
never see. You understand?
Gotcha.
We really did like not a couple. We did that. Like,
Yeah.
Like every pound you can say we put on like and like we was going against gangsters like Tim Brown now.
Yeah.
Them boys was on the other side. Like we ain't linking up with these guys.
Yeah.
Them boys on the other side. We playing these niggas every day.
Yeah.
Every week. I mean every other week. Tim Brown now. We got Cherry Williams.
Okay.
These
You remember
gangsters.
Cherry?
You hear me? These
Yeah.
gangsters.
It's historian, bro.
You got Armando Allen.
Yeah.
You got
Yes, indeed.
Jim McGraw.
Yeah.
Jim, all of them. You got
Wow.
gangsters we played against every week. Like remember when I told you I left? I
Yeah.
left the city. Say y'all them still over there. Antonio Rags them still over there. Like
Indeed.
all that gangster stuff that was still at the city was still up.
Yeah.
We going to get this pound for pound every week. So it was really like you could ask these guys who you talking about. He was like that.
Indeed. Man, let's segue real quick. Let's talk about how, despite your birth defects, you were still able to become the player you was. Like, talk about how that adjustment was for you. We'll speak on it a little bit and then we'll go from there.
What I have is called congestive bands. That was something I have no clue. I had no knowledge of.
Congestive band?
Congestive band.
Okay.
It's a band that float around in your mom's stomach. That float in your stomach. And the bands got tangled around my hands and my legs while I was born.
Dang.
And when they got tangled around my hands and my legs, they caused certain fingers to go in.
Got it.
So the only object the doctor had was to amputate them.
Right.
So you feel me? While I was going around my hands and legs, it did around my hands and my legs. You know,
Right.
yeah, my hands and my legs. So
That's crazy.
the only reason for them to, the only result they had was to amputate.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You feel me? So when
Okay.
they did that, I had to live with it. You feel me? I can't make no excuses of what God chooses me to go. Like you feel me? I tell a person anyway, I would curse with my biggest blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Like how you put that.
You feel me? I would curse with my biggest blessing. I learned. You feel me? Like I never used this as
an excuse.
As an excuse.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We watched it.
Yeah.
Watched it.
The same
Man.
thing anybody will do. You feel me? I'm a competitor. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna be like, you ain't like that. You ain't like
Right.
me. You feel me?
Right.
And I know that because I'm dealing with something you ain't dealing with.
Right.
And 9 out of 10, the person who what I'm dealing with,
Mhm.
you can't deal with it.
Yeah.
You
We
feel
watched it, bro.
me? Yo, you watch how many jokes a nigga took.
Yeah.
You know I'm about the only thing once a nigga say something about my fingers now I'm coming to you what you got to say after that.
Right.
You
Right.
feel me?
Man, you take it to the chin, bro.
When I understood I understood that I had no choice.
Right.
Like you feel me? You can sit there cry about it, but no choice.
Yeah.
What is gonna do? What was the benefit of me crying about it?
Right.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
This story, this is for whatever whatever I was going through is meant for me to empower the next.
Indeed.
You
Indeed.
know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely. Most
It's for me to
definitely.
empower the next. Like if somebody going through what I'm going through right now, they can't deal with this.
Yeah.
Right.
They can't lift a football.
Right.
I lift weights. I run a football with 2 fingers.
Man, we watch you
Yeah.
do it all.
All,
man.
everything.
Hey, all.
Everything.
Bro.
One of the strongest in the gym.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like through the years, you forget that you even had that, bro, because you live so normal amongst us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as you said, I never once heard you say anything about your fingers, bro, or anything bothering you, bro. Like, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna go to. I know we talked about the rec ball, and I don't want to take the.
Go ahead.
I know we talked about the rec ball, but going into high school to that point, what I remember, I think Duck wound up going to what was it? Chaminade. And I remember Smitty coming running over saying, "Let me get D. Let's hold on, from what I remember, if you never left JV that 10th grade year, I don't know if we would have heard about it, Twan. I'm just keeping it real because I watched you in practice. I'm like, this dude a dog, man.
Yeah, he's a dog.
This dude a dog, man.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to him. Go ahead, speak on it.
That happened 10th grade.
Yeah.
Right, 10th grade.
10th grade.
That was 10th grade. Duck done left. Coach Smith came and got me out of practice. Duck was going way before that.
Okay.
He was going way.
He left summer ball.
He left summer. He left right after our 9th grade.
Yeah.
My grade career. Duck was a year ahead of me.
Yeah.
Right.
So he left way before me. And the best thing about the go about that, I try to, like, from playing, there's only really 2 abilities that matter: accountability and availability.
Right.
I never was both. I never was both. You understand? So when I sat down and took, that's what I had to realize about myself. I never was both. I was doing too much off the field and not focusing on the field. You feel me? I'm with y'all too much. I got a nigga that just came and took my spot. You feel me? And I'm chilling with you. I'm chilling with this nigga. This my guy.
Right.
It's time to separate yourself from this nigga, man.
Right.
You feel me? And I never understood that. I never did that.
Well, I you able to speak on that.
To go back into when Coach Smith came my 10th grade year.
Right.
We was in JV. We was in JV summer.
Right.
You feel me?
I was there.
I was in JV summer. Coach Smith came and got me out of practice. That's when Kevin Moy, Terry Perry, and Jamalis was there.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
I was coming in over for them other 2. But Terry Perry, it was nothing.
Right.
He was the best.
Best in the nation.
Like besides Torn, like Terry Perry, one of the probably
household name,
the best running backs I ever at Northwestern. While playing, really seen. Like he just nigga can't. They'll hear what he did. A good passed over by his injury.
Yeah.
He pulled his hamstring.
Yeah.
That damn ankle drill, bro.
Like he pulled his hamstring like 6 weeks. I mean, like the 8 games. And he still was leading the county 3 weeks after that. You know what I'm saying? So, TP, I recognize you because I was there. I watched you do what I was
Terry Perry on the carry.
I seen TP4 do what he do.
Yeah.
Right. But the rewind, he came and got me out of practice my 10th grade year.
Right.
I'll go into the spring. And like what the people are saying, I'm around dogs again, coach.
Right.
Savages. Dustin Foster, Trevor Ford, Tony Green. Like you can name some names. I'm in the backfield. These people can't stop me. You hear me?
I got saying that ball out team.
I got really like the dollar in practice. Coach, like, I'm naming names so you can go at these people.
Oh, for sure.
You can they'll go.
You
understand?
Oh yeah.
So you got Luke the daughter. I got Luke the daughter behind me in practice. You can't stop this motherfucker who just came here today. I'm killing this shit, coach. I'm killing it. You understand? Like I want to say, I feel like in some way and form, I feel like I could have been one of them bad guys. Like when they speak of Northwestern backs, I'm not even mentioning because I wasn't available, and I wasn't accountable. But I really do feel like I put the best. Like in my heart, I don't feel like nobody that's on the earth ever will be better than me. You feel me? And Twan is the greatest running back to ever come through.
I know what you got to give
So
to
if I live up to my full potential,
Right.
what would I be?
Man,
What would I do?
man.
Like if I separate myself from this guy and this guy, what would I do?
Right.
And I had to sit back, realize that everything that went on at that time was my fault.
Right. And before we go into the next point, just to highlight what I'm hearing, and we talk about it, is the maturity, bro.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have we would have never been able to have this conversation 10 years ago because you able to have a conversation and think back on where you made your mistakes. And what I know for sure, like I said, today is to give you your flowers. One of the most talented naturally came, bro. Like I watched you.
Yeah.
On top of one of the funniest guys ever. So our problem collectively as a team was that we were so close and I guess felt safe with each other where we could tell jokes. We could hang out with each other. We could party with each other. How do we even wind up at South Beach with the Wings? Because of D. D came up with this. But that was our way of bonding. We had a true brotherhood. But as you said, looking back on it, if nothing else, if you would have been able to say, I don't need to necessarily not be your friend, but bro, this is business. This is going to take me to the next level. So yeah, we can still hang out, but when we on this grid out on this field, big dog, I got to be locked in, and that's where you feel like you made your mistake. Yeah. But man, you're a hell of a teammate, boy. Yeah. I'm talking about even down to I remember one day we used to warm up and we jump in the air and you fake jump and hit him. But go ahead, I'm gonna let you take it. Next question.
No, that was a good story, but it took me back into history, man.
Man, good time.
I feel like I was there for all those moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's why I'm really glad to do this, because I'm not like I'm telling the field.
Yeah.
I wanted to really tell my story with people that know me that can say, okay, you did do that. Like I ain't want to be doing no story with somebody that like he fabricating.
No,
it ain't that what it is, but. What it is, I'm telling you, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I really do feel like I'm one of the best.
Yeah,
I really do feel. You really feel like I'm coach. I'm probably the first person on the team.
Fastest, the strongest.
You came. You understand that?
No doubt.
You came at me with. You remember when you with your bet who I couldn't beat, and what happened?
Your memory's so good.
Yeah, take it back.
We had a bet about him. They didn't think I could beat Deuce.
Race. I do remember that.
Yeah, so y'all came from my house. I
do remember that race.
Him, Gator, everybody went against me. You know my old boy. Them, they ready for me. All y'all put it together. And come on.
I do remember that.
I'm at this. Deuce my guy.
Yeah.
Deuce my guy. I'm telling all the facts though.
Yeah.
When he finished, I probably think I was at the stove. They right here to tell the story.
Oh, 3-2?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, at the house. Yeah. I do remember that race.
Okay.
When he finished, I probably was at the stove.
But just to end it, that's my point though. One of the bruh, I know for sure at high school everybody's body took time to develop. Bruh, it was natural.
Yeah.
The fastest, the strongest. It was just you, as you said, you just wasn't ready to take that step to where more than likely y'all wouldn't have been friends just because y'all fight for playing time now. Now other things would have gotten to play, and you just wasn't ready for that.
I think they would still been friends though, because I think about when me and Raz was battling for QB,
right?
Or me and Goon, rest in peace. Like, we had our moments on the field, but it was like out the field, like, what's up, man?
Still cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would have been more friends. We probably would have been Dig and Ty. One good one.
Okay, there it is right there.
Because like I just remember, I was winding back. It was Diggy and D.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like me and Twan, we could have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even back then though, we wasn't running 2-back systems.
No, we're not.
You wasn't running 2-back.
9th and 10th grade we was, but not 11 and 12th grade.
When we were running like the run 2-back systems, they were doing that because TK was getting tired.
Okay.
TK was getting tired.
Man, you're the story, bro.
You understand that? Mm-hmm. Like, they were going there, but before that, it was Nitro.
You're right.
When he get tired, whoever come in, get the ball.
Yeah.
Before that, Tory Cox. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to speak like
the history of Northwestern football.
Pound. Then, Pittman, you know, like you used to
Right,
speak.
man. Yeah,
Like,
you
it's
named some guys.
You understand? They're going to hand it off. They're going to pound it down. It was a pound game. Then, like, later on, our year, after our year, we opened up. When Coach came up, like, I'll never forget, Coach. I got to remember this word, Coach,
This is after us.
no, this with us.
Okay.
Man, we was out of town. Perk came to us, and when we was out of town, man, like, we was sitting on the bus getting ready to go to that trip. I remember all this
South
shit.
Florida County.
South Florida. Yes,
Perk
sir.
came
That
to
count.
you. So Perk came to you, man, we got too much time. We finna spread this shit all the way around.
Here it is right there.
You understand?
Yeah.
Perk came to you. And that's the first one he tried to bring the system in.
Yeah.
But when we bring it in, this nigga Trey still doing him. Okay? So
Right.
that was still a one back
System.
like we
Yeah.
just try to feature like, but it wasn't.
It's just one ball. It's all. Yeah.
And they
And they had hella stamina too.
Yeah,
he did.
he was like, he's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
He
sure.
was like that.
You were like that.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Coach, I told you, anybody, we had a 3-back between me, Jim, and Vape and Torn. We could have went anywhere in the county and started.
Yeah,
Any back,
100%.
Right.
any back our senior year.
Mm.
Yeah.
Any back of my senior year, we could have went in the county and started.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And really played.
Right.
How you feel me, Coach?
That's
Really
Northwestern.
played. That's Northwestern for you. Feel me?
Hey, Vape played on. He played DB mainly at Gwen Cherry though, right?
Yeah, DB.
Yeah. I know he got like an interception.
Yeah. Yeah.
Record
Vape
or
was
something
always
like
like,
that.
he was like a little special little
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
Like,
that's
you know,
my
like,
dog. That's my dog.
Mm.
you don't know where you don't know where he go.
Right.
Like, he had that like, yeah, where could this nigga go?
Yeah.
That way.
Right.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah.
Indeed.
That was fake.
So let's transition, man. You coached a couple years at the West,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
I see now they're talking about actually giving salaries to head coach. I don't know if y'all.
I did see that recently, yeah.
But
I wish they did that when I was there.
Yeah. And how long were you there?
I was there for a good 5 years.
5 years.
And I won 3. No, let me see. I won my first year. I was on JV. Then I was there for 5. I was there for 5 good years. Like for 4 years on varsity.
Yeah.
And 3. No, let me see. Yeah, 4 years on varsity. And then because I lost one. Matter of fact, let me rewind that. I was on 3 years on varsity.
Okay.
1 year on JV.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's
Bless.
That was a blessing because I loved it. That's when I really found myself. Well, because the one of the things when I broke, you might not get it. My first play when we got in gear, my senior, Twan got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Twan got in trouble, and the key was back to me
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm.
The key was back to me.
Mm-hmm.
You might not talk to me, that gave me like, like it's your turn, my G.
Right.
Tighten up,
Mm-hmm.
because he got in trouble with the incident. Got in trouble with.
Yeah,
Kicked him
yeah.
out again right before spring.
Yeah.
So when they did that, they gave me the key again. Like,
My senior year.
I seen you before I go into spring. I seen you.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to senior year.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, yeah. Because
I think that's when they win that one.
It was you and Vape.
I want nobody. Vape
No, I'm saying like, but he was.
Yeah, Vape was there. Vape was there.
He was second string.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I thought Vape ain't come yet, but Vape was.
Nah, Vape was there.
He was there with me and Vape. But coach them called me. Get what the name? They gave me the key again. The first carry I got, coach, I had not tweaked my hamstring earlier. Do I know? I tweaked my hamstring in the crib. We were playing Sandlot.
Mm-hmm.
Playing Sandlot. I remember I used to pick everybody up. We come to my crib. And we playing Sandlot at the crib. Me and Maud versus Tim and Dollar.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Never forget it. No more than that.
Never forget it. Never forget it. And I was playing. While we playing, I tweaked my hamstring.
Gotcha.
I tweaked my hamstring that day, and I was like, damn, I ain't really say nothing about it. Then me going to UM camp, I fully pulled it. Like I pulled it we went to UM camp. That following, like couple of not the one that week. It was it wasn't the same day I tweeted. It was the following week.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went there, I really pulled it, but I didn't really say like I was going through my little thing. What the name? First carry I got, I don't know, in spring, coach. My first carry I broke.
Versus Miramar.
No, I'm talking about
Spring ball.
Spring ball when we got we first got in gear.
Oh, we first got a gear. Okay.
First carry I broke. But when I broke, guess what I really do? Pull my hand. And when I did, I remember I threw my shit off and ran. Threw my shit out. I remember, stop that, and grab my hand. The first person I run to is Kira. This is why I learned everything about everything. The word that he said, y'all believe in that D shit. I told y'all. That never sunk into me until I went back to coach. That's when I had to understand everything about coaching. And that's when I understood about accountability and availability, coach. That right there and there. I broke
Full circle.
when I full circle. I pulled my hamstring. Now the first person I went to is Kilroy coming dead into the gate. I never forget it. Or I'm throwing him, I'm putting him here in green. All I can hear is Kira. Y'all believe in that D shit. I told y'all. It never sunk it to me. So when I go to coaching, the first person I see again
is Kira
and Lockett. They come out when I'm talking about first or second game. I see Kira and Lockett at the game. So when I see Kira and Lockett say, Lockett look me dead in my face. Boy, you the right person for this. You gonna definitely see. You
was able to see it from a different perspective.
Seeing it from a different perspective.
Man,
it's like the management viewpoint.
Just seeing it from a different perspective from what he had to deal with as a coach. Because Lockett came to me one time and said, "You making my job hard, man." When he came to me personally, like said, "You making my job hard." When I came back, like I thought, that's when all of us back in the summer. Now I'm back, kind of like really feeling was getting myself back and back healthy, back what they like making my job hard. But this is the first time I'm really healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm really like healthy through my whole year. Nothing. I never been healthy. My 10th grade year, when I stayed back, when I did come up, and the key was mine. When you said about the thing, I broke my forearm.
Yeah, I remember that.
I broke my forearm. That's when Torn circled around. When I broke my forearm and Torn got the. You feel me? Then me not knowing it, about the second, third game, Torn stunned. So I'm trying to get back into motion.
Right. You done took the key.
They ain't about to take the key. They ain't let me get the ball to practice.
You ain't get
I ain't even getting no practice rep yet now more. Now knocking them like, hold on, wait.
Right.
So then I require ball this shit because this is my life. You know
Yeah.
Now I'm coming to I'm starting a little bit now. But guess who's doing this? Who's doing who? Trey. And we still got Kevin Moore though. So, and I'm battling with that, we still got Kevin Moore there.
Right.
So I ain't respect. I feel like I'm better than both. Like, I don't feel like I'm better than them, but,
opportunity.
Yeah.
It's like, as football, you understand bigger than that. You get
right.
So when you think about that, like that full circle, and now you have to make those decisions.
As a coach.
Yeah. So, like, I know you have some players had potential, as you say. But they like accountability and availability, right? So that's how you now balancing how I make these decisions. So tell me a little bit about that. Like,
I had a lot of kids, and that's what's thing. One thing about it, when I say one of the best running backs is Nate and Kai Henry. Hold on, let me go through this. Kai Henry. Everything that I never got into life as a back, Kai Henry gave to me. That was my first year of coaching.
Okay.
This is when I say that full circle thing. I never made it to. I wanted to. God know I wanted to be the lead rusher. My first show of varsity, Kai Henry gave me that. I got the lead rusher in Dade County. So when I look back at my full circle, guess what I can do on the other side? Check that off.
Oh yeah, well done.
I can live through that through him. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So it was from coaching to going around. It was like everything was coming back. I'm starting to see these kids. I see so much potential in kids. So it's hella kids. Like I have one kid that couldn't stay healthy.
Gotcha.
I had one kid that really couldn't stay healthy, you know what I'm saying? And he was a mug, you feel me? But he couldn't stay healthy.
No availability.
Then I had another kid, Aaron. Coach, come back in full circle. Coach Smith came to me in practice. Hey, D, go to DB. Coach Smith came to me in practice. D, go to DB. Make it fun. This is how I seen him.
Right.
I got to go take that chance. I want to go jump in the field. Now I got Aaron. It's a lot of talent over here. I'm going through the same. I see. You here? Well, shit. Just like Torn right here, I got this Kai Henry right here.
Right.
Hey, Aaron, go to linebacker.
Yeah. He didn't want to.
He did it.
Full
circle. Now I got a chance to explain to him what happened to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Now I got a chance to explain to this kid what happened to me.
Right.
And that'll better his situation. This kid been going to school off playing linebacker.
Wow.
Wow. You know what? I think his mom came into my my Apple store one time. And she was telling me, he's positioning positions. I'm a little nervous. I think I know you're talking about.
Right there, where he went from to linebacker.
Yeah.
Got an opportunity. The opportunity, because from me, I seen a lot. I did a lot. You feel me? I'm like how you said, in the mall. So it ain't too much they can do. So you see everything that you did, they trying to do.
Right. Yeah.
Understand? So it's a good little thing, and like Nate, job. Corey Hammond, Bo.
These are all your running backs.
These my running backs. All these kids went to college.
I was just about to ask you that.
All of them in college.
All of them went to college.
I'm watching Nate right now and Jaquez right now get ready for the NFL. You understand? I'm watching Kai Henry come right back and coach. Get a state championship as a running back coach.
Just real quick, man. Let's speak on the young man pass and Lacey number 2 for LSU. We learned about his passing today. Said that they're deeming it as homicide. Like suicide, but all the details are still pending as far as what took place. So let's just speak on one of different aspects you can look at as a former athlete, and then the mental health aspect of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the man was 24 years old, whole life ahead of him. He had a pending, criminal hearing coming up. To my understanding, the grand hearing is coming up this week. And that was a process, you know what I'm saying? And speaking on it from being involved in criminal justice, like a grand jury hearing is not an indictment. You feel what I'm saying? It's not a verdict. It was so many other details to come out. But I'll let you guys speak on it, and then I'll kind of conclude. What's your thoughts on? I'll let D take it first. What's your thoughts on that situation, man?
Mental health. Mental health, and like everybody think that because you're good, you're good.
He said that. His dad said that.
And like that don't go. Like some people be trying to be strong until they can't be strong.
Right.
Like that's why he says check on your people.
Check on your people.
But mental health, like you really gotta really sit down and understand that everybody deal with it. Like it's not a single person on this earth that don't have a mental problem. Like everybody dealing with something from their past or present. Like they going through that, don't know how to deal with it. You understand? So you have to come in some way sit like as everybody. Like somebody looking up to you right now. Somebody looking up to you right now. And you might not understand. You might be like snapping on them in some kind of way. But they really just need you to say, bro, I love you.
Right.
Bro, are you okay? Like, what do you need? Like honestly, feel comfortable enough to tell you what they need.
What's going on?
And so many people don't have that. And so many people don't got people to feel comfortable enough to express themselves. Like, you feel me? And we come from an environment that people think that we have to be tough 24/7.
Yeah.
You feel me? We told not to show emotion of the song that we're weak.
Right.
So when the time when people do show emotion, it causes them to mentally break down into ways that I could feel like the dude did.
Right.
So in my opinion, I think that everybody need to really like check on your people and understand that everybody have problems. There's no such thing as escaping that. That's one thing that no matter how much money you got, no matter how many cars you got, no matter how many jury, no matter how much nothing you got, everybody go through pain.
Oh yeah.
And you feel me? And then how you go through it, that make you the next person better, the person you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Some people can take the pain and be like, okay, this is what God got for me to go. I'm not gonna challenge you, God. Come on, let me. I understand. Understand? Like, and some people take that pain and go in the corner and just mentally cause them to do drugs, cause them to do certain things.
Trying to cope with it,
and not fight through what they going with it. You feel me?
Right.
We take there's wins and lessons. I never took an L when I feel that. And when people start taking L, that's because they're not learning from these lessons.
Right.
And you feel me? You don't understand the blessing you're going. That's in for you. Right. Every blessing is a lesson, and every lesson is a blessing. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand it. So every time I go through something, it's meant for me to learn a lesson. If I don't learn a lesson, that's considered an L.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
That's powerful.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, man, because if I think back even to my childhood, coming from a 2-parent household, they're like, oh, no, he good. He got mom and daddy home. He don't need no help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like,
both did have
I might not be as close to my parents as y'all think I am. I'm closer to my homies, right? So, and if my homies lead me down the path of destruction, y'all already don't know how good I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we do have to have the empathetic bone, the understanding bone to be like, no, let me check in a little different. Let me ask open-ended questions.
Right.
So it's not as if I'm already judging.
Right.
Like, what's wrong with you? Why you acting like that? Hey, man, talk to me.
Right.
What's happening?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The verbiage have to change.
Right. I think I try to get talked to me, not at me.
Right. Right.
Talk to me, man. I'm a man. talk to me.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to me. Like, and that's and it's all about how we were raised, though.
Right.
It's all about how we grew up. It's all about the concept. And that's something that the mind frame is like, you gotta change.
You gotta
Right.
change
You
it.
feel me? And you gotta think of so many people is taught certain ways for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
How the hell you gonna tell me on 21 I gotta change my mindset?
Program.
I'm programmed
Yeah,
20
program.
years already.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if I ain't want to taught how to beat a man, or I want to taught how to mentally get through this, if I want to taught how to fight back, if I want to taught how to get money through 20 years, if I want to taught how to to love a woman in them 20 years, when 21 come, baby, how you gonna tell me how to do that?
Right. Right. Program.
I'm programmed already.
Man.
I gotta want to reprogram myself right now.
Right.
So if I don't want to reprogram myself at 21, I'm not gonna find myself. If
Right.
I don't want to reprogram myself at 22, I'm not gonna find myself.
Right.
If I don't want to program myself at 23, I'm not gonna find myself. That's when you gotta reprogram yourself and learn and relearn everything that you thought you knew.
Whew. And that's a process, bro.
And that's hard for everybody. You
Right.
understand? That's what we don't do. So that's when we go back to the environment what we call trap.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna reprogram myself. I'm trapped to this environment over
Right.
there. Everybody gonna go up and say "F you, nigga," or so, you feel me? Like gonna go up and cuss. Like you feel me? I try to spend my day. I used to cut and stop cursing. I spend days don't even. I spend half of my day don't even curse. I don't curse.
Gotcha.
Like you can't even curse at my camp.
Gotcha.
You can't say the word "I can't" at my camp.
There it
You
is.
feel me? And them two things can start a mindset to open up your vocabulary. That two mind thing can say when you say "I can't," you can be walking down the street and probably try to like fit in the thing. It's like, oh, now my coach told me. I
Right.
can't.
Right.
You feel me? It's a mindset. It's the people that's around you that you're building how you supposed to think. You
Right.
feel me? We are what we think. We vibe like we live in the universe. And what goes around comes around. You feel me? What you think is a vibration.
Oh yeah. This man thinking so elite.
You got what you think into the world is going to come back to you.
Power
You got
tongue.
to speak what you want. You got to believe what you want.
Right.
Before anybody see what you is, you got to see it yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me? That like when man in the mirror, like I told you, you can see, how can I put it? Like when I see in the mirror, I see a God. Like when that reflection start changing, it could be a demon.
Right.
It's different peoples in the
Oh yeah.
You can be Adam. You can be Sam.
It could be anybody.
That's what the Bible is telling you. There's
Yeah.
different peoples in the Bible. There's different people in the world. You feel me? Which one are you?
Right.
Joseph. You can be any one of them. You can be David. You can be Solomon. But no, me, I'm a king.
Oh yeah.
I'm a God. You feel
Oh, yeah.
me? I understand who died for me. You
Right.
I understand that.
I like
A
that.
lot of people refuse and forget that. You understand? Now they are demon time. You
Right.
feel me? Now they're in
Yeah.
this type of time. And that's the world we live in, but you feel me? We live like gotta get strong minded. You
Yeah.
understand? Change the process of the thought. You feel me?
Right.
You gotta change how you thought, how you live, and how you want to be. Like, you
Gotcha.
feel me?
Well, go
No, I
ahead.
was gonna say, so even back to the conversation I think we had last week on immediate gratification.
Right.
You think that also plays a role into how people kind of view their life? Like, okay, I already accomplished everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's next for me?
Right. Honestly, man, and are we talking about in general or just with the young
In
man?
general, but also in accordance with mental health, though.
Right. I mean, to be honest with you, let's speak on it. Social media is the problem. Let's start there first and foremost. Because when have you ever been able to view somebody's life in another country or in another state and see what they buy, what they eat, what they dress, the lifestyle they live, and now you have started to think that you're behind because you comparing yourself to this other person. So despite your education, your employment, your salary, your family situation, your wife, your girlfriend, you comparing yourself to what you see, to a total stranger. So the things like J. Cole said it best, love yours. But how many love yours? I can raise my hand and be guilty of it, whether it was trying to play ball or going to school or starting my career or my finances or life in general, present day. But it's just, you have to create healthy habits. You got to know how to binge and fast off that kind of stuff because it's a fallacy. Social media is just showing you the highlights. They showing you happen on Monday. They could be going through hell Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but you don't know because you don't know this person.
Hey, that's
but the
funny.
comparison, the comparison is a thief of joy. So from speaking of my experience on mental health, bro, it's one of them things where that's why I live in the gym. That's why I started going to church. Between fitness, going to the gym and church, well, that's one reason I'm standing right here, bro. I probably wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the strength of some of the lessons that you spoke on that I've experienced. But I know for sure when you say one-on-one God, man, I don't know many cats from Living City that's ever dreamed of the things I've experienced or accomplished. But still, my cup sometimes not feel because there's an illusion of this social media world that has created you behind. And you're actually you probably ahead of these cats. You just don't even know.
Yeah.
But what do you fall back on, and what do you do on a daily basis that keeps your mind strong? For me, it's prayer. For me, it's going to church. For me, it's fitness and spending time with those that I love, and that's how I strengthen my mental health. On top of that, on a human side, far as if I'm at work or in a community and somebody try to down talk me or talk crazy, I just shoot a crack at them. Like, look here, man. You don't get your big feet ass. You know what I'm saying? But that's because I'm able to, I know how to defend myself. But when I think of nothing else from where we're from and then factoring us being athletes and then growing into men, like Dee was saying, we were told to be stoic. You ain't got no emotion. What you mean that hurt? Nah, bro. You a man. Be a man. So we've carried that through the years. And as y'all said, which I would think is to y'all benefit in a 2-parent household, I grew up in a projects with a single parent home. So I ain't had no room to cry or show emotion like my mom ain't had time for. Guess what? Cut the lights off. You know what I'm saying? Or we got to get the roach spray or whatever, the traps for the rats, whatever it was, bro. This is real out here. I can speak on real struggle, but struggle created character. Yeah. So them jokes or that supervisor telling me you doing something, this is nothing to me. This is sweet in this building because I've already built up the self-esteem and the pushback. Ain't nothing you can tell me to down talk me.
A controlled environment, bro. I tell my team that every time. Y'all don't be wanting to go over the ledge and learn different in a controlled space.
Mm-hmm.
But out there, when you really got to hustle and be an entrepreneur, it's different.
Oh yeah,
man.
Well said, man.
You can have with that entrepreneur, you can have everything right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're all wrong.
Yeah.
And that's something I take I like fitness just one bit. I've been into dogs. I've been into a lot of things. And one of my biggest losses was dealing with dogs.
Gotcha.
You feel me? I know nothing about it.
Right.
But I'm head first into it.
Mm-hmm.
The money that I don't know, the money that I invested into dogs, a person probably 2 people ain't making a year.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Real talk. Like no cap.
Mm.
The money that I had invested in dogs, 2 people's salary wasn't for a year.
Mm.
That was something I said that when it comes to building character,
right,
that built my character.
Oh yeah,
you feel me?
Oh,
Watching something go from to this, and it's just an investment, and nothing come from it.
Yeah.
Then that build character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So understanding, like I never cared. Like I'm a type of person. I'm a gambler. And I'm a couple.
Oh yeah.
Want some money? I probably if I feel like you gonna win, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm all in.
Right.
Invest. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the mind frame I got. I gotta win one time. Shit.
Right.
Oh yeah. I would
never
know if I don't shoot my shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I heard Rose speak on that.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is win one time.
One time.
Mark Cuban said the same thing.
One time can change your life forever.
Yeah, it is.
You understand? Yeah. That's the whole key thing about life. Just knowing, understanding, and keep going.
Bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself, man. I didn't fail. I don't fail 1,000 times, but guess what? 1,001 might be.
That win.
And
take you over the top.
1,001 gonna wipe out all 1,000. And everybody on that 1,001, that people think you're overnight success.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But that's what I want. I want that. I'm ready for that. Oh, you never don't know, nigga. You don't know about the 1,000 L's, the nights I couldn't get up, the nights I didn't sleep, nigga. The nights that I had to go hustle to do this, to grind that. Man, like I told you, Coach, I got dog. My first litter of dogs died. Nigga, that's a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 litter. We sell a dog $5,000, $6,000, $4,000. It's 8, 9 dogs. All die. You feel me? We had to pay for me and Tricky, Vicky was good, cause we had to pay for the litters. We had to pay for the get them the maintenance. All this stuff cost. It's one dog. We got about 15 dogs. So imagine how we had to buy the dogs first.
Right.
Wow.
It was a big investment up front.
You don't even know if you're gonna win.
Right.
I ain't selling dog yet. I still got all the goddamn dogs, but dog food. Dog food cost me $200 a week.
Right.
Every week you do 200 times 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, talk
Yeah.
about you want to talk about you understand? Dog food. That's a dog food. I ain't even take the dog to the vet yet.
Right. Still got more tabs.
It's
Yeah.
about investing and betting on yourself though. I know that one day I'm gonna win.
There it
You
is.
feel me? I got a dog it's a dog. We spent a little bit of money on that. You know, a little bit of bread. Like you probably like, damn, you a stupid motherfucker. You feel me? The week later we got a dog, it died.
Mm.
And I'm talking about it ain't no 5, or it ain't no 4 or 5,000. Woo! It's about way more than that. On the dog to try to live. Just for to live. And a week later the dog died.
Mm.
Yeah, that veterinarian costs be up there, boy.
You feel me? I ain't talking
Almost
about 4 or 5,000.
human prices.
I'm talking about more than that.
Mm.
And a week later we get a dog, he died.
Mm.
So this is what I'm talking about. You gotta believe in yourself, understand what's for you. Like, just have faith. And like a
Right.
lot of people don't have faith.
Right.
Like, I know that eventually one day I'm gonna win from that. Like,
Yeah.
probably right now, just sit back, rethink, and regroup. You feel me?
Indeed.
Don't be over there. You know what I'm saying? And I realize a jack of all trades is a jack of none.
There it is.
Master one trade first.
You gotta be a craftsman.
You gotta be a craftsman. Master one trade.
Or Steve Smith.
Then
doing that.
So what you gotta do? I'm over here trying to do this, that. Now I'm losing out on my clients. I'm losing out on this. I'm losing out on that because I'm everywhere. You
Right.
feel me? Then I have to lock in, just focus. You feel me? And the whole thing about locking in, entrepreneurship, locking in. That's the whole thing because we gonna lose.
Right.
Can't be
Or the
afraid
process.
to lose. You can't
Right.
be afraid to lose. That would make, like I told you, wins and lessons.
Yeah, yeah.
Wins and lessons. I'm gonna learn, and then once I learn, I'm never gonna make that choice again.
Right.
So that called growth. Now I done grew up right there. You feel me?
Mhm.
I don't mind about losing. I ain't trying to win every time because I never learned nothing from winning.
Right.
All I did was celebrate after I won. You feel me?
Right.
I never learned nothing.
Right.
So after that, I learned.
Yeah, yeah.
Entrepreneur, learning. I'm just trying to learn and grow.
That's
The day
right.
that shit pop off, you win.
Yeah, yeah.
Help. Your
Yeah.
family, your friends, the people around you that love you, that believe in you, you win.
Mm.
And that's the whole goal, man. Whoever around you get to see people who believe in you.
Oh, for sure.
That's the thing. You get to see people who believe in the dream, who see the dream just like you. You
Mm.
feel me? And if you don't have no people around you who are entrepreneurs,
You're in trouble.
you're in trouble. You feel me? You gotta have people around you that see your vision and see the dream.
Right.
If they don't see the vision or see the dream, downhill we go.
Yeah, yeah. Respect.
So D, what's one thing, man, you want people to know about Jazzy Fit?
See, that's the place to be.
Place to be.
Place to be. That's the place to be. Whatever you're looking for, the results you need, it's at Jazzy Fitness. Like, I feel like I'm one of a kind. I don't feel like nobody can stop what I'm doing, and I don't feel like nobody better than me at what I'm doing.
Mhm.
So if you want your body, you want it to be fit the way you want to be. You want your mind, your spirit, your soul. You want whatever you want. Like, you want to think better. You want to look better. Even besides looking better, you'll think better.
Gotcha.
You feel me? And I feel like that's the place that everybody get it. Like, anybody that come back there, it's about their spirit feel better.
Right.
Everything about them start to change. So
Right.
I feel like if you're a place that you feel like you need to get right, Jazzy Fitness is it. You know, I feel like I say, I don't feel like nobody's better than me.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
What I do, I feel like I'm number one. I feel like it might be a bigger name than me,
Mhm.
or have a run right now.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't
Mhm.
feel like nobody run going to be compared to the run that I'm going to be on, or
Mhm.
the one that I'm on. So
Gotcha.
if you want that motivation, if you want that if
Jazzy
you want that Jazzy Fitness work, you know,
Yeah.
you feel me? Come
Come on
on,
through.
y'all see it. Y'all know the proof is in the pudding. I ain't
Yeah.
just talking. You feel
Yeah.
me? The results is
We
in
see the
street.
picture. We see the
My
picture.
results is in the street. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? I'm in every club. I'm in every.
Hey, that's a lot. I say a lot,
I'm
though.
in every club, you feel me? I'm in every park. Like, once everywhere you go, you're going to see somebody say, oh, yeah, I work out with D.
Yeah.
I work out at
Yeah.
Jackson
Respect.
Fitness.
Right.
So,
Impact the
Right.
community.
the proof is in the pudding. So,
Speak on the social media. What's your social media handles?
Jazzy Fitness _ DeeBlock.
It's
That's
IG.
one of them. That's my IG.
Okay.
Team Jazzy Fitness. That is my team page.
Okay.
We'll run into more people like Jazzy Fitness Jit and Jazzy Fitness Ty.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Facebook.
No, I got Jazzy Treats too.
Yeah.
Okay.
My food page. That's what if you want to look like you want meal prepping and anything, go check out Jazzy Treats.
Okay.
My Facebook is D Samuels.
Gotcha.
You understand? That's my Facebook.
Okay.
D.
Okay.
Speak on the fee right quick. What's the enrollment cost, or what do you need to pay up front or per month?
For groups, my group session will depend on the time you come. If you come in between 9:30 If you pick one of my groups at 9:30, it's $125 a month.
Okay.
Or $20 a day.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You need one-on-one, that is $250 a month.
Gotcha.
$25 a day.
Gotcha.
Okay.
For kids, that's for adults.
Gotcha.
For kids, it's $80 a month, $15 a day.
Gotcha.
Cool.
And that consists of 4 days a week, by the way. Too.
Gotcha.
I'll do more than just training. You can get scratch, a meal
Gotcha.
prep,
Love that. I love that.
everything that you can think of throughout the fitness world, I offer to let
Gotcha.
y'all know.
And what's your just to ask, what's your meal prep for a race? Like, what are you offering?
The
What's
real meal prep rate depending on the food I'm prepping that week.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, that's flexible. You know, I might have lamb chops and you do that. Can't charge you what I charge you lamb. That depends
Gotcha.
though, you feel me, how you set up and what the name, you know.
Okay.
So, but
Gotcha.
everything.
I'm gonna be in touch on that. Oh yeah.
You know.
I just want to touch on, like, I want to make sure, like, this is captured on camera. Touch on the name, like the emphasis of the name, the importance of, Jazz name, living. Like, just touch on that real quick for me.
Jazzy Fitness. We took the Jazzy Fitness, anybody could have spelled it Jazzy.
Mhm.
One of our beloved friends, he was number 6A. So we took the A out and put the 6 so he can, make sure that Jazz from the J that's in his name, the number 6 will be replaced with the A. ZZ Jazz.
Mhm.
Why?
Mhm.
That'll be through him. So some way and through it all that he'll be living forever.
Keep his legacy
His
going.
legacy is
Gotcha.
that's the whole thing. So
Much
something
respect.
for him to be always remembered through me and through Ty, through
Right.
the people that was around, like
Yeah.
shit, like everybody that was around him, you was there, you was around, every day you could it was times that all us was unseparated, you couldn't separate us,
Right.
So, and for that, it's only right that he live forever. I just wish, to do something that you wish somebody to do for you.
Indeed. I respect it, bro.
If I would be, I wish my home would keep my name alive.
Definitely.
And for that fact, he was one of my friends that was around.
Indeed.
So I gotta keep him around.
Respect, bro.
Jazzy Fitness, we
Indeed.
did it for him.
I love that.
That's through him. I'm gonna get something going for him, and he gonna be on billboards and buildings, man.
Yeah,
That's something to
respect.
live for, dog.
Love the dream,
One
bro.
day we'll be bigger than Planet Fitness. I said it here first. We'll be bigger than LA Fitness.
Speak
We'll
on
be
it.
bigger than
Yes, sir.
24 Fitness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my dog name will be on all these buildings.
Indeed.
That
Indeed.
will be the cost of all that. And you feel me? People that's connected to what I'm trying to build. Everybody who connected to what I'm trying to build will be the cost of all that.
Indeed.
And we'll have something to live forward to. And the main thing we're trying to build is generational wealth.
There it
You
is.
feel me?
Mhm.
Once I build that, it's
up.
It's up.
It's up.
It's wealth, man.
Man, we appreciate you coming, D, bro. As you know, this is episode 4, D being our first guest. Man, we appreciate you coming here, sharing your story. If nothing else, we speaking on maturity as men, coming from different stages and our backgrounds of being able to be grown men and just speaking on our journeys. I know you guys will listen in. This is episode 4 of the BlackBoard.
Yes, sir.
Man, from where we started to where we are today, is the continued development. As y'all can see before, we had some issues with just seeing us clearly to where we've made progress, man, to where we got brought in one of our great homies, man, to be able to share our stories and for you guys to be inspired, man. Listen in, tap in.
That's how you feel.
How you
Yeah,
feel?
it is.
That's what I
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
one
bro.
of my
Love.
mottos,
Yes,
trust
sir.
the process, my G.
Yes, sir.
Trust the process.
Indeed. Y'all be good.
Same to
Peace.
y'all, man. 71st Street, we here, baby.
Hey, that's what what's the name make them, don't he?
And